Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So we have a lot of good news today. We have some XRP news, Bitcoin news. We have some gold news. Look, I'm serious. Everything just keeps looking better and better. I'm gonna let them tell you. All right. Hope you're all having a fantastic day out there. This article here is titled "Ripple CEO Reacts to Court's Final Judgment." Let's hear what Brad Garlinghouse has to say on these matters. It says, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has reacted to the final judgment, framing the outcome as a victory, not only for his company, but the entire industry. I said the same thing. We called this a long time ago. We said it would set a precedent for everybody, all the utility coins. That's important. I don't know about you. I want all of those utility coins across the board to be unleashed. Now they have no excuse. There's no excuse not to advertise. Now you know the caveats that you can use in order for the utility to kick in. Look, the judge made it clear in this one way it can't be used. But there's a lot of other ways we can go around that system. There's loopholes, all types of ways. You might not want to listen to me, but I have another article coming where David Schwartz is pretty much about to tell you the same thing. Right. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's continue on here. Garlinghouse has also added that the agency's quote unquote headwinds against XRP holders are now gone. Let me read that more clearly. Garlinghouse also added that the agency's headwinds against XRP holders are now gone. If that's not being unleashed, I don't know what is. He's letting the people know we're unleashed now. It's time to play. Muy linda, if there's ever a muy linda, it's right here. It's time to play. People, this is serious business. And it's funny because I think a lot of people have a problem adjusting to once you achieve victory. Some people chase victory for so long, they forget what it's like to have victory. Well, now's the time. So it's going to take a little bit more time, of course. They have to build on some things. Still, you have the 30 days to pay that off. And there's still a little bit more to go before everything really explodes, in my humble opinion. Of course, you're going to need some good announcements and there's probably going to be new partnerships. We'll get there. So then it continues on. The XRP token is up more than 17% over the past 24 hours. I have no idea what it's doing right now, but a lot of you probably do. You're probably looking at the charts, etc. I have not been. My apologies. I have a lot going on right now, but I just know things are looking very, very good for the long term in the future. Now, let's get to this here. I'm going to get to this next article. I just wanted to give you that so you hear it from the horse's mouth. You heard it from Brad Garlinghouse. We're unleashed now. The headwinds that were there are no longer there. That's what he said. All right now. Sometimes I say things in videos and people will go right against me. And I'm like, what? Let me go get some proof that others who are directly involved are thinking the same way. And then he comes out with this statement. All right. So now we have this. This article was titled Ripple CTO speaks on firm's ability to use XRP for Ripple payments in the US. Now, pay close attention. David Schwartz is saying a lot with saying a little, and there's reasons why he has to say that. He doesn't want to disrespect the judge, but the verbiage from what I saw and from what he's seen is very clear on how we can go about this. And there's doorways here. All right, it says here, in response, somebody asked him questions, David Schwartz. In response, David Schwartz clarified that there is a distinction between using XRP and selling XRP. We're unleashed, folks. We're unleashed. Do you know how many different ways that opens up for us to use XRP without having any type of legal trouble, without stepping on the judge's toes? So it's a good thing Ripple has all that XRP and they buy it off the market. Now, as they're buying it off the market, they can provide it to their customers. Now, their customers, theoretically speaking, their customers, big institutions and banks, can pay Ripple. I would say they can pay Ripple for their service or go through Uphold or something like that, but they're paying directly for Ripple service. Ripple doesn't have to include XRP as far as how can I phrase that? Like they can just give them XRP to use. You pay for this RippleNet service, but you're not paying for XRP. We're just giving you the XRP. You get what I'm saying? They can just give the institutions that XRP, but they're making money in a whole completely different way for the overall service of RippleNet. Does that make sense? So in that way, the companies are not paying Ripple for XRP. The companies are not involving themselves with XRP, but XRP is one of the mechanisms, just like a part in an engine to a car, where it does help them function. It helps that function be served. So the companies pay Ripple for the RippleNet service, or whatever they're calling it now, because they're always renaming something. But XRP is getting used anyway, because that's the key mechanism that makes everything function. That's the fastest protocol they have. That's the best of the best. So they're using XRP, but they're not selling XRP, which means they're not in violation. I mean, am I thinking about that correctly? I know we have a lot of lawyers that watch this channel. We have some judges. You let me know. I know who's who. You don't have to out yourself. But I'm pretty sure people are going to have something to say about that. I am not a lawyer. I am not a judge. I don't proclaim to be. But I think my analytical ability is solid here. That's just one way to go about this. Remember, they can go through intermediaries like Uphold, and they can just buy the companies. If they want to deal with XRP and hold XRP directly, they can go through Uphold, or they can go through a company like SBI, or go through a company like Volante. Maybe not Volante, I'm not sure about that, but SBI or Uphold, and they can buy from them, which, as long as they're buying it off the market, like let's put SBI to the side, because they're mostly dealing with things outside the US, right? But let's say Uphold is an exchange. There's no problem with them buying XRP off of an exchange, according to the verbiage from what my understanding. That's another way to go about it. Hey, we're going to use this. We're going to engage in this XRPL use, this RippleNet use. Okay, now you companies go ahead and buy your XRP that you need for your ecosystem. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have closed ecosystems. Buy it off the exchanges, and then we can get this flowing. And then Ripple is just in charge of managing the flow and managing the processes on the network. I think that's reasonable, right? And once again, it doesn't step on the toes of the judge. There's a lot of ways this can happen now, but let's read that one more time. In response, David Schwartz clarified that there is a distinction between using XRP, which they can, and selling XRP. Maybe they don't want to sell XRP because they don't want to step on the judge's toes. While not explicitly stated, the Ripple CTO's comment implied that there is a difference between the company selling XRP to institutions and using XRP, especially for its payment processes. I think that makes things very, very clear. All right. Let me scroll down. I'm going to see if there's a little bit more here. So then they further questioned David Schwartz to confirm if Ripple is going to be using XRP for US and etc. That's not something I think he can elaborate on at right now. I don't think he's at liberty right now to do that. It says here, the Ripple CTO clarified again that actually doing something is different from being able to do it. Well, listen, like I said, he's saying a lot with saying a little. You can read between the lines there, but there's a lot of ways to go about this. We're going to have legal minds until they clarify this themselves. More clarity than this, of course. We're going to have a lot of legal minds pouring over this, so we'll get a lot more insight as time goes on. So now let's move on here. We have another article. We have a few more articles here. This one good news today. It really, really was. I hope you're all doing real good out there, doing well in your days. Appreciate all the comments. Shout out to the members only section. Appreciate the comment the other day. So now this will load up. This article is titled "Seasoned Trader Who Turned $100 into $100,000. Good job." Says it's time to end the XRP hate. XRP is getting a lot of support now. This individual is named Altstein. That's a cool name, by the way. It says Altstein noted that Ripple's victory solidifies XRP's status as not being a security, suggesting that the asset may now soar to unprecedented heights. Let me pause there and insert my little thoughts. That doesn't mean it's going to happen today or tomorrow, but that means in the future, the potentiality is high. There's no guarantee. That doesn't mean this is a guarantee, of course, but that means the potentiality is there for a life-altering explosion. And yes, it is. We're in the clear. Like, you know how they talk about Bitcoin being in the clear, and of course, Ethereum got a little murky there. We'll see how that all plays out because the SEC is very grimy and shady. But right now, those who have absolute clarity, Bitcoin and XRP, as far as what I know. And once again, we will see what the SEC decides to do. It seems like Ethereum might be in the clear, but I have read articles, and I posted them here, where they said that, oh, they may change their mind later on. Of course, it's the SEC. Of course, they're not going to give us clarity. So we'll see if Ethereum continues to be in the clear as well. But that's the top 3 that are in the clear. Oh, wait. Something recently happened that we covered that put Solana in the clear also, didn't it? They also said the same thing about Solana, right? They said, wait, Solana is in the clear now, but later on they may come back and have some more negative verbiage towards Solana. So we shall see. But let me tell you something. If Solana gets absolute clarity, they're absolutely in the clear. Oh, my goodness. I expect it. Not financial advice, all right? I'm an enthusiast of Solana. I am a holder of Solana. I think Solana is going to fly like at some point in the future. It's inevitable. It has a lot of support from both institutions and regular people. Love Solana. Both. You don't get that all the time. Institutions love XRP. Some regular people love XRP. Of course, we're here, but I don't consider us regular. I really don't. But a lot of people hate XRP, and not a lot of people hate Solana. A lot of people love Solana. So that could be something. You know why? It's not about the retail money. I don't care about retail money at all. It's about promotion. You know what regular people do when they like a crypto? They promote it. They start talking. They have these like private groups they're in. Yeah. They're in these private groups. They're on Twitter. They're making videos about it. And it's like they try to promote the coins, right? With bank coins, that doesn't work. From what I've seen, that doesn't work. You can't pump a bank coin. The supply is too high. The people don't like how slow they're building. They don't like that. But you see the effect of those groups and stuff when it comes to those meme coins. Some of those people, hey, it is what it is. They get in those groups and they start pumping these meme coins. Those meme coins go through the roof, right? But the point is, advertising is what regular people are good at. They're great at it. Retail is great at advertising some crypto. So that love for Solana could go a long way in advertising in the future and promotion of Solana in the future. So we'll see. We shall see. So now, this individual Altstein is, calling for the hate of XRP to stop. The case is over. We won. And we even have some, experts coming out and saying, hey, listen, about that whole appeals thing, we shall see. And here's why I said what I said the other day. I didn't get a chance to elaborate, but we're heading into an election season. One thing I do know, they don't want to step on the toes of the people when it comes to crypto. That's why I said what I said about show me, right? It was a rather abrupt way to express my feelings, my thoughts at the time. But I mean, show me, because in an election season where the candidates are talking about, oh, we love crypto now, and we're going to do something good for crypto. You can't have your SEC be the one hampering the people, robbing them of wealth. You're going to lose votes. So now what do you want to do? Do you want to continue on this path the SEC has been on, where they step on the toes of the people? Or do you want to pull the SEC back and say, hey, wait, stop what you're doing? You're going to lose us votes. It doesn't matter which side. They both better play nice with crypto. They both better play really, really, really well with crypto. So that's why maybe they might not appeal. Look that up. There were articles that came out the other day talking about that. I know some of you saw it, right? And that's why. So, they might appeal. Remember, there's votes on the line. So maybe they won't appeal. Let it be. That could go bad for them also, because they'll probably lose again. And they'll be disrespecting the judge again, which other judges will take umbrage to that. But they definitely don't want to lose votes, so maybe they don't appeal. Oh, man. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life. Oh. Who made that song? It's a beautiful life. Uh-oh. I just want to be here beside you. That was a good song. That was a good song, by the way. Who knows that song out there? You heard that song before? It's an old school song. It definitely is. But that had a groove to it, like It's one of those when you're driving for a long distance and you need something to bop your head to, like, oh, this is nice. This is a nice groove. Anyway, so now let's move on here. Listen, I know. I think about the past a lot. I think about the future also. I have like 300, I call it 360 degrees of mind. I'm looking at the future. I'm looking at the past. I think about all these things all the time. And I just enjoy it. It's like, it makes me feel good to think about all that good stuff in the past. Oh, we had the best music. I'm sure people of today enjoy the music of today, but I'm just saying, like, the music was different back then. It hit you in your soul, in your heart. You felt it. It was like a part of you, you know? These people represented you. Like, I just don't feel like the music today represents the people. It represents something that is very illusory and lifestyles that the people really normally just don't engage in. But back then, oh man, yeah, it just connected with you. I don't know, the vibration was different. This article here is titled, "Following Court Ruling, XRP Price Skyrockets." That's not the important part here. "As South Korea leads the charge." That's important to me. I've been wondering, because we saw reports, it was like maybe a month ago, where the sentiment was starting to dwindle in South Korea. And I started to ask myself, hey, they used to be one of the biggest lovers of XRP. Do they still love XRP? And here they prove me right. South Korea, I like you. Annyeong yeseyo. I like you. Yeah, that's a little Korean for you. I'm a little rusty. My apology. Annyeong yeseyo. Somebody's out there like, that's not, you didn't use the right accent, Mick. My apologies. It's been a long time since I've spoken Korean, and had practice. But yes, so they've proven that they do still love XRP. They led the charge, folks. South Korea is in the game. It says here, on August the 8th, following the imposition of the $125 million civil penalty on Ripple Labs by a district judge, the firm's executives and community celebrated the outcome as a victory. This led to an uptick in XRP's volume. No, but that's not what I want to know. I want to know about Korea. Tell me about South Korea. XRP's popularity, this is important, in South Korea is quite evident, with Upbit showing the coin as the top volume leader on August the 8th, and 2.65% premium in South Korea compared to the global average. Similarly, Bithumb also reported XRP as the most traded asset, albeit with a slightly lower premium of 2.3%, approximately 29.82% of Upbit's $2.5 billion in 24-hour trading volume involved XRP, while on Bithumb, XRP trades accounted for 22.87% of the exchange's $673 million in volume over the past day. The Ripple Labs ruling has not only bolstered confidence among XRP traders, but also underscored the significant regional demand, particularly in South Korea. Oh, yeah. Do your thing, South Korea. I'm right there with you. All right. Here's a little random tidbit before we get into this next article here. I want to say this. I was sitting down with someone recently, and we watched the color version of, what's that show? Dennis the Menace. I know. You 90s again, Mick? Yeah, that's 90s again. We watched the colored version of Dennis the Menace. I wanted to go back and just watch it because I remember being young and watching it, and I was like, I didn't think that one was so good. And I wanted to compare. I do compare. I don't have a comparative mind, but I do compare things when it comes to art. Okay. So now I remember watching the cartoon. The cartoon was better than the 90s movies. It was. But then we went back and watched the black and white Dennis the Menace. How many of you watched the black and white Dennis the Menace out there? How many of you actually watch black and white shows to this day? You still watch it? They're some of the best. The black and white shows had so much quality. They did. They have so much emotion. They're intelligent. I love the way they speak. The people are direct. Everything is looking clean cut, smooth. The quality is unbelievable. But anyway, I was watching that Dennis the Menace, the black and white one. We watched quite a few episodes. This is a while ago. I had some time off. If you remember, I took that time off from the channel. Let me tell you something. The black and white is far superior to the color Dennis the Menace that came out in that. Far superior. I don't know what they were doing in that 90s series. It was okay. But the black and white, if you get a chance to watch that, you want to watch something old school, but also high quality. It's just an enjoyable show. There you go. Oh, Mick, you're watching Dennis the Menace. I do a lot of different things. Sometimes I'm reading some Shakespeare. Sometimes I'm reading some notes from Aristotle, Plato. I'm reading Cratylus. I'm watching Dennis the Menace. I'm doing research. I do whatever I want. I do what I want. I do whatever I want. There's no one to stop me. Somebody stop me. What the heck are we talking about here? Okay, now I love you guys. I don't care what nobody says. I love you guys. Stay with me. We're gonna keep having fun on the channel as long as I can. Oh man, I like talking to the people out there. I do. All right, so now there's some more good news for crypto, Bitcoin in particular right here. We have this article. This article is titled "Russia Legalizes Bitcoin and Cryptocurrency Mining." So the other day, did you see the two victories? The other victory in that video the other day was IMF bending the knee and saying, hey, El Salvador is doing great with Bitcoin. Shout out to all my Salvadorians out there. I love El Salvador. I love the Salvadorian people. Man, if you know my history, you know how close I am with Salvadorian people. Had that. Bitcoin has a lot of positive catalysts. All the big companies pumping it up. They're ready for it to fly. And now you get it legalized here. Crypto is approaching mass adoption point. But this article begins here. Russia explores other forms of international trade settlement following U.S. sanctions blocking it from SWIFT interbanking system. Wait a minute. Hey, now don't you dare forget that XRP, according to articles, if they're accurate, verify that for yourself. I just know what I read, and I believe others read the same. XRP has some legs in Russia. They have legs and have I don't know how to better say that. They have connections in a lot of the BRICS nations. XRPL is really global and neutral. That's important. So don't forget them. Bitcoin can be in the game. Sure, there's enough money to go around. I'll make money off of both, but don't forget XRP is in the game. Russian president approved the legislation to reduce its reliance on the United States dollar in international trade. The law will take effect in November 2024 and allow approved mining firms to register through a state database to mine crypto. Small individual miners can also mine digital currency without officially registering if their energy consumption remains below a certain threshold. Interesting. Oversight of the newly legalized mining industry will be split between the Bank of Russia, the Ministry of Finance, and a select cabinet of ministers within the Russian government who will establish more precise regulatory requirements over the coming months. The bill also introduced a ban on mass cryptocurrency advertising in Russia. It introduced a ban? Wait a minute. It introduced a ban. Did it pass? Listen, let's put that to the side. I'll do a little bit more research on that. But here's the idea. I see the top cryptos dominating globally. They're the new global system. They are the new financial system. And yes, it's taking some time to set it up, but all integral systems are going to take a little bit of time to set up. That's just reasonable. You can't have something good be put together quickly. That just does not work out well. If you have a house, you don't want a snap together puzzle house that was built quickly, right? You want a nice quality house, some good solid wood. Let me say that, solid wood, folks. You know how they say the old houses were built a little bit differently. You go knock on some of that wood in those houses. You examine them. You bring some experts in there, like this is good quality wood. And nowadays it's like it just seems like the houses are more flimsy these days. That's what I'm talking about. You don't want things done quickly. These days they put together things quickly and they're not that well. They're falling apart. There's a lot of maintenance involved, but you want something that people took their time to craft and do it well and build it firmly, solidly. And that is going to last. You're not going to have a lot of mistakes. There's not going to be a lot to repair. That's what I look at. That's how I'm looking at the new financial system. Let them take their time. Let them build it. I believe, this is not financial advice, I believe the value will come with the quality. We don't need any hiccups. And we're unleashed now. So, that's how I'm viewing all of that. All right, now let me jump to the gold because I have no idea how long this video is now. Let's jump to the gold. I'm going to skip one article. All right. So now this article here is titled "Gold Will Maintain Its Upward Momentum as Fed Cuts." sovereign buying, ETF flow support prices. The people, they panic too easily. You see, the stock market was coming back up the other day. I said that in the beginning of yesterday's video. Did you research that? Crypto's looking okay. Recession fears are easing because of the Fed might cut rates and et cetera. The unemployment numbers, didn't that come out that it looked a little lower today or something like that? Do I have an article on that? Bear with me one moment. I just want to see if I have an article on that. Jobless claims drop and calms market fears. There you go. So there you go. Just in an instant, everything is changing. Everything's looking better. You see, we polarize ourselves in a positive and things are going well. Gold prices will peak in the fourth quarter. I'm looking forward to that as investors focus on the Fed cuts while ETF inflows and central bank buying continue to provide support against a backdrop of geopolitical risk, according to Ewa Manthi, commodity strategist at ING. So, now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, I don't know what this was. I'm just flowing today. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.